So the question was, how do we audit projects? How can we check inconsistencies in location lines of walls? Obviously, if we select a wall here, select this example, and you can see that it tells us it's the wall center line. In this situation here, if I select both these walls, they've both got the wall center line. But you get in a situation where you have this, where you have a selection of walls, you don't know what the wall location line. Now it's pretty easy to change it, but you know, without physically going around and selecting each one, it's very difficult to tell. And if we go to View and we choose to schedule the walls, and even if we come look through the list of available fields, have a look through there, you will not find location line, which is a little bit problematic. However, the API does actually expose that particular parameter. So let's look at a technique that you could potentially use with Case's Accelerate tool to audit and check location lines. So what you'll see here is I've actually grouped a number of walls together. So these have all got center line. This one's core, center line, finish face exterior, finish face interior. Then we've got core face exterior, and then finally core face interior. And notice these numbers here, and we'll pick these up in a second. As a double check, what I've done with each of these walls, I've added a comment. Okay, so these guys here, if I select them, they've got center line, core center line, and so on. Alright, so if we go to the case add-ins, and we're going to choose export category. Okay, and let's just move this down, and I'm just going to do search for walls. Okay, and we'll just select all our walls, and we're just going to export these using Accelerate. So every wall in the project, let's choose export, and we're going to call this wall audit. And Accelerate will export all these walls out. Now obviously on this project it's pretty simple because we've only got 10 wall type or 10 walls drawn, so there's not very many. On a bigger project obviously it's going to take longer. But what we'll do is we'll open the export in Excel, and we'll try and review that particular parameter. So let's just open up Excel. And just need to filter out some of these particular columns that have been exported. So I'm just going to come along here, and I will hide these. And what we're particularly looking for is the location line parameter, which you should see here. So what I'm going to do is just hide all these guys here. Okay, open these up, and what you'll find for each of these walls, you're given a number. Okay, and that number will align with the comment parameter. So let's just again select these columns here. Okay, so this kind of makes a bit more sense. Okay, and you'll notice some repetition here. This particular wall's got location line which is 0, which equates to center line, and you see here it's picked up the same wall as center line, and there's a theme here, so you can see core center line is 1, finish face exterior is 2, finish face interior is 3, center line exterior, center line or core face is exterior, and so on. So you know, if you're looking at defining some strategy, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, well, let's make them all 0. Okay, and what we'll do is change the comment field to be center line. Don't have to do that, but I just want to show it for consistency. I'm going to save this now, close this down. Let's pop back into Revit. We come back into the Accelerate tool. Remember, these are all still set to a mix, and we go to import sync. We'll pick up that wall audit file, read that. And what we're going to do is say all to Revit. You could be particular. If you're smart about it, we'd actually only want location line and the comment field. But let's say all to Revit, just to make sure we catch everything. We'll sync it. And what I'll do now is if I select all these here, can you see here, these are all wall center line. Okay, select all these guys, you'll see they're all wall center line, and we hopefully should see the comment is all center line. So that could potentially be a smart way of auditing files. You might have to be a bit strategic, splitting internal walls to external walls. You might find it's not as straightforward as on a more detailed project, but at least it's a really smart way of auditing the file. I hope you find that useful.